This season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free. I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as...
All right, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, Real America's Voice, live from Studio 6B. Glad you're in. On a Friday, Pizza Friday night here in the studio. Kevin Downey Jr. sitting in with us tonight. He's right there. Rick Delgado sitting in as well. Going to do the news after a great What Even Is That last night, which I got much feedback on. Mr. Delgado, how are you?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm good. I am good. I'm getting ready for Christmas.
I like your Nakatomi Plaza shirt.
Yes, my Nakatomi Plaza shirt, which I wear every year.
Because Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. And I'll probably wear it again next week.
Okay, very good. I like that. It's a Friday tradition. Maybe we could start. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. He's got a big show coming up this weekend. Mr. Downey Jr., how are you?
I'm groovy, man. Thanks for having me back, you guys. And I want to know, is Home Alone a Christmas movie?
Oh, yeah. It happens at Christmas.
I would say so, yeah.
All right. There's a big fight today. Not a real fight, but...
With who?
Some people at the radio station. We're at a toy drive, and there was a big battle. It's not a... It technically is.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say for sure, yeah.
Yeah, technically is. Trump's in that one.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, he is in that.
In
that
number
one.
2, right?
Is he in 2?
Yeah, it's number 2. Because that's the one he
Meets
goes
him in the store, right?
Yeah, because he's in New York.
Yeah, he's in New York.
Ah, okay.
All right, very good. Glad you're in on a Friday. Lots to do. Get to some news. But just headline in the New York Post, we have a drone to pick with you. And I mean, this story just gets, I don't know. I've thought about it a lot today. How can it not be ours at this point?
Yeah.
I read somebody who made a good point and said, why are they following all the rules? Flying at the appropriate floor of 400 feet, lights on at night. Like if you were doing something devious, I mean, you'd think you'd be flying in the dark. You wouldn't follow any of the FAA rules. You wouldn't be doing. It's like there's just no secrecy to this whatsoever. It's just like how could it? I don't know. It's the strangest thing that nobody seems to give a damn other than all of us.
I think the reason for following the rules is you don't want to get your stuff shot down, right?
Yeah, but now people in New Jersey are actually trying to shoot things down.
Well, I don't know if they figured that part out of it. It is New Jersey, by the way.
Trump said today, shoot them down.
Yeah.
I mean, what's left to do? People are
a little freaked out.
Yeah. I mean, did you see the statement from ex-Maryland Governor Larry Hogan.
No, but I understand he released a video. I guess he had some flying over his house too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, former Maryland Governor Larry Hogan posted eerie video footage on his X account Friday of large drones circling above his house just 25 miles from Washington, D.C., echoing concerns from Americans about the unsettling aircraft recently spotted on the East Coast, primarily in New Jersey. And now, Kevin, you said just before we came on air, our mutual friend, Donna, who's actually been on this show, who was on Deal or No Deal with President Trump back in the day. President Trump helped out her son, and she's been on this show to tell that whole story. You're saying now she's videotaping them over on Long Island now.
Yeah, there'd be a Southern Shore. And I called this. I said, how do they not get here? They started in Virginia. Remember, they were coming across the Chesapeake Bay. Mm-hmm. No one did anything. So they're moving upward from there. Of course, they're not going south because the South is full of, let's call them Americans. Would gladly. There's no bag limit on these. Go, boys. There's a shotgun load you can get. It's 2 balls with a chain connected. It comes out. The pirates used to shoot it into the mast. Yeah. And you can get those for shotguns. Right. And I'm not saying shoot that at drones, but if I had to pick a load, I would start with that one. So now they're right off the coast here.
So Donna says she's been videotaping them tonight.
Yeah.
And has she sent you any of the footage?
No, not yet.
Okay. I wonder if we should reach out. I spoke to Donna actually today. It was on something else, but I wonder if we should see if she has any footage she wants to share with us.
Oh, that'd be great.
That might be fun.
Ever call in maybe and tell us what we're looking at.
You know what I was actually thinking? I swear I was thinking about this today, Fran. Just take the live view and go out on a Delgado. I mean, I just didn't know how I would control Delgado's excitement here. If we went out on a UFO drone hunt.
That might be fun.
With the live view in the car. We could just broadcast from the car while going with the camera to try to shoot.
Yes.
So
I'm in.
Are we going to be all those people I've been seeing lately that have never looked up before and don't know what planes on approach look like? Because the majority of the videos I've seen posted in the last day are planes on approach.
No, Fran. Don't ruin our moment right here.
Yeah,
Let us dream.
Come on.
We're dreaming big here for Delgado of what we could be doing. Now, obviously, we're not because we're here. I thought better of it because I didn't really want to drive to New Jersey on a Friday and go over the George Washington, quite frankly, or go on the whatever.
What I am seeing locally is people that are trolling everyone that's looking for drones by flying their little drones over places, and people are like, "Oh my God, a drone!"
That could be a problem.
I may do that when I get home.
But I was thinking about we could go to New Jersey, Delgado, bring the live view unit so we could broadcast from the car.
That might be good.
And go on a hunt. Would you have been into that?
I would be into a drone hunt.
Okay.
Yes.
And we maybe find out where Larry Hogan lives or where, you know who else has been talking about it on Sirius? Who's the guy, we're right, they're wrong? That's
Andrew
the end of
Wilkow?
the story. Andrew Wilkow, yes.
Didn't he say one crashed near his neighborhood?
Yes, he did yesterday. He tweeted that.
Did he have anything to say about it today?
Yeah, that he doesn't think that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Now, let me throw this into the blender. They caught a guy in, I want to say, San Francisco, a Chinese gentleman who was shooting some drone footage over a military base. And he was getting on an airplane to go back to China when he got nabbed. Now, the next day, an activist left-leaning judge said, well, we're just going to let him go. No bail, no nothing.
I think Biden pardoned him yesterday. Yeah. Well, you know, the Dems and the Chinese spies, they can't catch on. You know, Dianne Feinstein had her driver for 30 years. never caught on. And Fang Fang and what's his dummy's name there?
Swalwell.
Swalwell. Let me ask you this, though. Are you not paying attention now when you're driving around? Like,
no,
maybe I should look up?
Not at all.
No?
No.
How about you?
No. Well, I'll be honest. I don't, just because I'm afraid to crash.
I'm too busy texting and watching video.
Yeah.
While I'm driving. Oh, no.
Spill my martini if I do that.
I would say this cut number 5 probably describes everybody in New Jersey and me lately since this whole thing, started, and it's kind of ramped up the last few days. Cut 5. I mean, right? Tell me that's not what we're all doing.
I hear the drone.
You had to sound. That's great. That's brilliant, man.
Right? Thanks, Fran. I'm just saying. How is everybody not looking in the sky now and noticing things? Maybe things they haven't noticed before because they didn't look up.
Well, why aren't I doing that, Kevin? Why aren't we doing that? Well, I mean, Delgado, we know. I mean, come on.
I'm just doing that to not crash. But when I go out at night, I'm definitely like,
Oh, you are?
I'm not driving. Oh, okay. Yeah. They're coming here. They have to. They're moving up, whatever it is. It's, all right, let's not rule the Chinese out. Remember that spy balloon that was allowed to fly over?
Yes.
See, so everyone's saying, well, it's Iran. Well, maybe it's Iran running them for China. I don't know.
I mean, if it was any of our adversaries, do you think they'd be running them like this, like so just right in your face with the lights on and seemingly following all the other FAA rules for drones as flying in them at 400 or more feet and all the things that people are pointing out? I mean,
I think we're intended to see them.
Right.
Now, let me throw this, and I'm not comparing this to an atomic bomb, but before we dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, we sent a single B-29 to fly over so they would get used to it. So that 8-9 days later, they're going, oh, that's just one. We're fine. We'll go about our business. And,
now you're freaking me out here.
Yeah.
Now, see, they might be getting us ready for something.
Well, I have this that I found online today on X from, let's see, it's r/conspiracy kid and play. Radar guy here. I know who's operating the drones. All right. Of course, that got my attention. Let me read what he has to say. 25-year-old radar operator for a major agency here. Just thought I would let you know what has been going on these past few weeks. The drones are part of a military drill being conducted by Space Force. Everything is a need-to-know basis, which is why there's so much confusion. What gets me concerned, he writes, or she writes, is why I had to make this post is that something big is about to go down. I happen to know that there are additional full lockout drills that are scheduled to take place between now and Christmas Eve. These operations involve the full turnover of all radio and radar aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. They also write, in conjunction with that, there are also scheduled satellite launches that are off the books, which have been occurring since October. They're setting up for some kind of big show for the public very soon. CNN was even here at our facility shooting pre-roll footage for a future story. I don't know exactly what's going on, but all I know is this: get ready. So that again from Radar Guy.
So what did we actually learn from that post, though, in the end, where he says, doesn't really say much?
Well, it sounds like
what's the takeaway there?
He's saying it's a drill, a military drill from Space Force.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
don't know.
Yeah.
And again,
nobody knows. That's the point, right?
Especially John Kirby. Did you see him today?
No, but I can only imagine.
Waffling and flipping and flopping and we're on it and we're asking questions, but we don't know anything. Well, then that means you're useless, because if you can't figure if the military can't say, you know what, and who was the guy who said it? I think it was yesterday. It was a helicopter. The guy from New Jersey that we played 2 nights ago.
Oh, is he getting a lot of attention now?
Yeah.
By the way, he's everywhere now.
Yeah.
You see him?
He's a former
helicopter pilot.
Apache helicopter pilot. He says it's as simple as following them. Just follow one. Mm-hmm. Follow it. We do have helicopters, last I checked.
We do.
I think so, yes.
That are probably faster than a drone and can probably follow it.
And we have them out here. People don't realize that we do have... what's that?
Helicopter?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Anytime there's trouble in the city, I see they go... I don't know where they're from. Gabreski or maybe... I don't know. But they go right over us into the city. Anytime Biden's in town, gunships. We also have jets out here. We have military bases. Why wouldn't they look at our military bases? I knew they were coming here. They had to.
Now, Larry Hogan continues on. He says, we're being told that neither the White House, the military, the FBI, or Homeland Security have any idea what's going on, where they came from, who they are, who's launched them, who's controlling them. And they're saying that they pose no threat, he said. That response is entirely unacceptable. I join with the growing bipartisan chorus of leaders demanding that the federal government immediately address this issue. The American people deserve answers and action now. And you would think if this was to go, well, it'd be interesting, with this kind of stuff happening, what happens if it rolls past January 20th of next year?
Right.
Or if it's intended to stop January 20th of next year. Dun dun.
Do we find out some truth after that about what's going on here? All right, just getting started live from Studio 6B on a Friday night. We're back right after this.
I think we're looking at another lockdown attempt.
See, this guy said, I have a hard time believing that these are from a hostile like Iran or China because it appears they are obeying FAA rules by flying below 400 feet at night and being clearly lit and visible. If it were an enemy gathering intel or worse, why would they care about FAA rules or make themselves so obvious to see?
Or maybe that's part of it. I think they're looking to scare us. And they could be the feds. Because remember, the
knowing that a new administration is coming in less than 40 days.
See, that's what makes it interesting. I don't think they're gonna. I don't believe they're gonna try to stop Trump from coming in, he wouldn't. Biden wouldn't have pardoned Hunter and all these other idiots. So he knows he's going away.
Child of the King super chat pizza for the boys. Loved last night's show, the best ever. Had to massage my face from all the laughing. Thank you very much. We need to get a desk that fits more than 4 people, I think.
What if you had one person who had to sit alone for some reason in the penalty box?
Damon, we can't use the reply button, a lot of us, on Facebook. We don't touch any of these settings. We just start streaming to our socials. We don't block people no matter what they say. We don't do anything. So I don't know the answer to some of these questions about things working or not working, unfortunately. Thomas Roberts on YouTube. What kind of pizza tonight? Same kind as every Friday. Bacon. Sicilian bacon. Delgado's favorite, which he had never had until he came here. Delgado should have been at the House hearing with a tin hat on, Tampa John says on YouTube.
Yeah, you would have heard me yell something out.
Hello, Carol, on Facebook. Hello to our friends, whatever social you're on, X, Facebook, Getter, or Rumble, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe.
That's good stuff. Oh, holy moly!
You okay there?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
I'm good now.
Farmer Brooke on X. What's going on? Ghosty on X. Nancy Burns on X. Live from Studio 6B, 17 past the hour on a Friday night, December 13th. Man, everything's going fast. Month's going fast. Week going fast. Everything goes fast. Kevin is spot on. Guitars 8 on YouTube. This is intended to stop January 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. I don't know exactly what the plans are on a day like that, but I'd have to think that they cover ground, sea, air, space, blocks, pavement, subways, trains, planes, automobiles, and everything else with every single deterrent that you could possibly use, I would think, on an inauguration day. I don't think you rule anything out, of course, because we're not getting anything. But I don't know. Delgado, what do you think about that?
Quite possible. It could be either they want to disrupt the what's it called, a peaceful transfer of power. Maybe they're aiming for the January 6th. Maybe they're not going to wait for the 20th.
Now, I mean, Trump invited. Did you hear this? Trump said the other day that he's thinking about inviting Xi Jinping and others to the inauguration. And some people said to him, well, that might be risky. And he said, well, we like to take risks. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yes, he said. Yes, he did. He says this the other day when he was ringing the bell, I believe, at the New York Stock Exchange. He was asked about it. And he said, well, he said, we are thinking about inviting some foreign leaders. And of course, the speculation was that it was, I think he actually may have referenced President Xi. And that he said some of his people said, well, that might be a little risky.
In what way? It's not like what is she going to do?
Well, that's my point. That's my point on the whole day. What are they going to do on a day like that when you have to figure there are so many things going on? I mean, even to the guys walking the street. I mean, we've all seen the videos of, got Secret Service agents walking and they got the fake arm and the all this other stuff. I mean, I don't rule anything out, to the gentleman, whoever wrote that's point. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm there. Kev, what do you think?
You know what? I'm in the same place. If you had told me 6 years ago, your government is going to whip up some virus and you're all going to stay home, I said, that's the dumbest thing ever. Oh, no, and then they're going to want to cut off the wieners of 14-year-old boys. I said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to call you a bigot if you don't. What? I would have said, you're the worst Swami or whatever sort of card reader you are. And it all happened.
Here we are. Yeah.
So there's nothing big deal. There's nothing. I'm down for anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, and that is the point, right? That is the point. Yeah, you're all going to stay home and stay under your kitchen table because some little gnome tells you that you can't go anywhere, and we're going to shut down businesses. You get that one?
I got it.
Yeah, we would have said what? In this country, I don't think so. And yet here we are.
Yeah.
We got to come up with new conspiracy theories, they say, right? Because all the old ones came true.
Right. Yeah, I still don't, and it actually, now it surprises me that, so what you're saying is that at no time, whenever there's been an inauguration, there's ever been foreign leaders on hand to
No, I'm not saying
watch?
that. I'm just saying the people around him thought
But that's
that
what
was.
it sounds like.
I've heard there's never really been anything like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought that was something that, maybe could be a regular thing. We just never noticed it before.
Sitting up there on the dais? You mean like sitting
Or
up
at least,
there
yeah, sitting close by. And
up on the Capitol steps?
Yeah, watching the process and seeing how we change leaders as opposed to pushing them out of 10-story windows.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So
Interesting.
All right, let's do a little news here in the second segment of the show. News is brought to you by Freedom Force Nutrition, available over at livefromstudio6beat.com. Rick Delgado's got the news. What's going on?
All right. Well, I think this is part of me wants to laugh, but I know you're not supposed to in these situations. So I'll just read the story.
You're not supposed to laugh.
Right.
We will not laugh.
Right.
We will not mention the word Balvenie.
No.
We will not mention the word we will not mention any alcoholic beverages in the next 2 minutes.
Not at all.
I will bite my lip. Rick will do the news. Rick?
And we will not partake in any shenanigans, as they say, in presenting this very important and serious news story. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, 84, is rushed to the hospital after breaking her hip in a fall on a foreign trip. I was just clearing my throat. Pelosi was rushed to the hospital after falling and breaking her hip at a congressional delegation trip to a World War II battlefield in Luxembourg, according to reports. Pelosi, 84, joined a bipartisan group of lawmakers to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge in the Western European nation of Luxembourg, but was injured in an apparent plunge and later admitted to the hospital for evaluation, according to her spokesperson, Ian Krager. She tripped and fell as she was descending marble stairs at the Grand Ducal Palace, breaking her hip, sources told the New York Times. CNN also confirmed that she had taken a fall on the stairs. And actually, we do have a clip of video of this fall. You don't.
There's
wanna
video
see
of it?
There's a quick little 5-6 second video. Do you want to see it?
Okay.
I mean, it's not meant for. We're not poking fun. It's just this is Nancy Pelosi we're talking about. She's
Aaron,
a world figure.
Aaron, do I want to see this? Well, why don't you see it and then tell me if I want to see it?
What?
Rick will do some other news while we wait and see.
Well, no, I'll keep reading the story. The photo snapped of the delegation and the House and state lawmakers on the Friday trip showed the ex-speaker clutching House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCall and his hand at the palace.
Did she land on the rocks?
No, she wasn't at the beach. She was on a staircase.
I mean, listen, I think I'm going to try to be serious because I don't wish anything bad on anybody.
No, of course not.
I think the thing to take away from this is Mitch McConnell, Bernie Sanders, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, and there's many more I could probably think of.
Right.
Dick Durbin. They've just got to go away. It is time. Don't Dianne Feinstein yourself and literally look like a breathing corpse coming into to try to vote on things. Just please get out. Get out at 70, 80 years old, at least at 80 years old. If you can't walk up and down stairs without falling, and you can't give press conferences without freezing,
yes,
and you can't literally look like you're getting wheeled in, like death has worn over you already. Like literally they would bring in Feinstein and she looked like she had already passed.
yeah.
It was brutal. Just go away. Enjoy the all the money you've stolen, all the insider trading you've done, all the Chinese money you've taken through your shell corporations. Go enjoy whatever time of, just get out. Get out. God, these people just don't know when to call it quits. They're killing us.
So let me ask you this question. Did she tell you yay or nay? Thumbs up or thumb down?
She has not. No. Well, no, I know that. Okay, she says fine.
Okay, and you know what? I'm going to preface this by saying, Damon, it may not be authentic. It may be, it may not be authentic.
Okay, thank you.
How about that?
I was going to judge myself, Rick.
Okay, good. So let's go to cut 10. This is what they're claiming is real video of Nancy Pelosi suffering that step fall on the steps.
Paul isn't the only one getting hammered this time.
That looked like her. I don't know about you, but that looked like her. Play that again. That looked like her. Look at her face real quick.
Paul isn't
That's her, right?
the one getting hammered this
Yes.
Is she drinking something? Oh, can't tell what she was drinking there.
Aaron,
What?
should have gone the other way. All right, we're back right after this.
I thought we did a disclaimer. We put a disclaimer. This may not be authentic.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. See? And it's Friday.
Chat. Randy Hayes says Delgado's got to go. That's it. We've all reached. He's reached his limit.
What?
I'm not just reading the chat. Lawrence says, "Come on, Damon, that was funny on X."
And again, I preface it by saying this may not be authentic.
May. Let's see. Chat.
Mary Lou 12 and Rumble says, "Oh my God, it is her." See? If that's AI, then they did a great job. Because I couldn't tell.
Broke Spoke said, "Looked real to me."
See? Telling you. Damon, you got to have an open mind
Just
to this
not
stuff.
funny. Not funny.
Open mind.
Not going to laugh at it. Nope.
Of course not. Me either.
Chat. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Whatever you're watching on, hit the like and subscribe, especially on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel.
Gigi Georgie on the Rumble chat says, Damon, it's the greed that makes them stay. I agree.
Well, for sure.
Yeah, because they have enough money that they're never going to spend. It's the greed. It's the power trip.
P1 firefighter, right on the money. Her legs looked too good to be Nancy ever.
Maybe. Okay, that's, you know what? The magic of AI doesn't always work.
Delgado's got it now.
Yeah. TG44, hey y'all from Tennessee. Howdy, Tennessee.
It's Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Oh, that's right. V. Kin La said, you know what? The boots were definitely the giveaway. All right.
Damon developing a conscience. No, I'm not developing one. I've always had one.
I don't know. Maybe because I saw it on my phone on a much smaller screen. It kind of looked real.
Delgado's still going with the bit. Yeah. Like he's back on Opie and Anthony days. I know.
What? I found it on the internet. Are you saying that everything on the internet is not real? Just saying. What's up, Twixers? Thirty minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Someone in the chat said, I love the haircuts tonight. And I said, well, I got my haircut yesterday. And I said, you didn't get a haircut, did you? And Delgado said, yes, he did. Yes, I did.
And I told him he should get his money back. Ha, ha, ha.
And I responded
and he responded with a bigger ha, ha, ha. So stupid. We're like two 5-year-olds.
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, exactly. Kevin Downey Jr. is here. He's going to do some news here in a second as well, and he's got a big show coming up. Where's your show this weekend, Kev?
Oh, thanks, Big D. I'm going to be at Scotts Point tomorrow. Big Christmas party. Scotts Point, that's in Calverton, Long Island. $100 to get in. It includes food, drinks, and I don't know if you guys have been. It's an amazing place. They have like indoor surfing and stuff like that.
Indoor surfing?
Yeah. Bring your bathing suits.
That's pretty cool.
Indoor surfing and all wacky stuff. Then a great restaurant as well.
I'd be afraid of breaking my hip if I was trying to do that. Indoor surfing.
Yeah, 7 to midnight tomorrow. That'll be a hoot.
When do you take the stage?
Probably around 8:30, we're thinking.
And what's it called?
It's called Scotts Point.
Scotts Point. Calverton, New York. So if you're in the area, I guess Connecticut, you could take the old ferry over from into Bridgeport and head right out there. Scotts Point, Long Island, Calverton, Long Island. If you're on Long Island, you want to go see Kev do his thing, tomorrow night, head out to Scotts Point. What'd you say, $100, get you dinner, get you the show? I mean, come on.
Yeah, band, all sorts of fun
stuff.
Oh,
man, come on.
It's a hootenanny.
That sounds like it.
And what's interesting about that place is that's where the old Grumman airfield and everything was. That they developed a lot of stuff, a lot of military stuff on Long Island many years ago.
Probably drones.
I wonder if that's where that's where the drones are originating from.
They could be.
Maybe they're. Kev, you don't have anything to do with this now, do you? You're not in on this drone program from Scotts Point secretly, are you?
The truth is out there, Big. The truth is out there.
Okay, very good. Tomorrow night. So if you're in this area, is there they just buy tickets at the door?
I would get them online just to make sure because they've sold a lot.
Yeah,
you don't want to get there, and if you miss that, I'll be at the Smithtown Theater for the Performing Arts on New Year's Eve. Sounds like I'm a performing artist. Theater, performing arts.
You are an author. So.
I'm an author now.
Fran, have you seen any problems with us going out on a slate or something, and our voices were going out, but we're on a slate?
At the very beginning of the show, but I fixed it.
Oh, okay. Very good. All right, thank you. Just Harry on the highway checking in. Our friend Donna checking in, Kev. She said she sent you the videos.
Yep, got them in my phone. I'll send them to the room.
Okay, yeah, send them in. And we'll see what we got. All right, let's do some more news. with Rick Delgado. News is brought to you by Freedom Force Nutrition. What else is going on, Delgado?
Right. Well, we were talking about, we've also been talking a lot about the Biden pardons. Again, yesterday, the mass amount of pardons that the president doled out included some notorious people. One of them has gotten a lot of attention. And this is especially concerning because of the type of person who he commuted the sentence of. Corrupt former Pennsylvania judge convicted of funneling juveniles to for-profit detention centers in exchange for $2.1 million in kickbacks had his lengthy prison sentence commuted Thursday by President Biden. It was known as the Kids for Cash judge. That's what this guy is known as. Former Luzerne County Judge Michael Conahan, the jurist at the center of the so-called Kids for Cash scandal, was among the 1,500 commutations the 82-year-old lame duck president granted in the largest presidential act of clemency on a single day in modern history, according to the White House. The mother of the victim of Conahan's disturbing crime fumed upon hearing about the commutation. She said, "I am shocked and I am hurt," said Sandy Fonzo, whose son committed suicide after he was locked up as part of the scheme orchestrated by Conahan and former Judge Mark Ciavella. Ciavella said in the statement, "Conahan's actions destroyed families, including mine, and my son's death is a tragic reminder of the consequences of his abuse of power." She said, according to the Citizen's Voice, "This pardon feels like an injustice for all of us who will suffer." Just amazing. And here is a cut from that mom screaming at the judge. I guess this is back when the trial was happening. This is cut number 6, so you can get an idea of how hurt this woman is. And that's the woman Sandy Fonzo in this clip. Cut number 6, go.
Actions. You need to be. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Do you remember my son, an all-star wrestler? He's good. He shot himself in the heart. You scumbag.
A heartbroken, really an outraged mother lashing out at former Judge Mark Ciavella. Now, her son, an all-star wrestler, killed himself after being sent to a juvenile detention facility for a minor drug offense. Now it turns out that Ciavella was accepting money to do that, send kids away for cash. The former judge was convicted yesterday of 12 counts, including racketeering and money laundering. The judge remains free while he awaits sentencing.
Yeah, that was a video of the other judge. I don't know if he's been pardoned, but Conahan was pardoned. And he was one of the 2 judges involved in the scheme. And the scheme was, we'll send kids to you, to your for-profit prison, but you have to pay us. So they would take these cases and dole out prison sentences to things that were probably not necessary.
He gave a 16-year-old girl 6 months for lifting a CD. First thing she had ever done. She tried to swipe a CD, gave her 6 months.
Yeah. More than 2,500 kids between 2003 and 2008 were potentially given disproportionate sentences by Conahan and Ciavella in order to populate the private detention centers, paying them the kickbacks.
Oh,
isn't that disgusting?
God, that is gross. There's not a place on earth he could hide if that was my son.
No,
not a place.
Definitely not.
Oh, that is so brutal. The pain in that mother's voice. I was not familiar with that story.
No, me either.
So, I mean, you have to ask yourself, how does he get on this? How does someone present that to the president?
Yeah,
and say we think this guy. I mean, again, someone I'm sure is going to go through all of these and try to figure. I mean, there's a couple of them that have already made the news that you figure. Well, how was the case made for this?
Yeah. I read the case of the guy who stole $665 million. Mm-hmm. Then you got this judge right here. And then I've got another story where Biden commutes the sentence of an official who stole $53 million from a small Illinois town, sparking outrage. Again, we talk about the 1,500 people that were granted pardons. 49 and granted were commuted sentences, acts of clemency, and pardons. In the sweeping move, Biden shaved off years of the person convicted of the largest municipal embezzlement in U.S. history. They're like he's just finding the most obnoxiously bad scumbags and saying, you know what, we're going to let you out. How about that?
I wonder if these people are close to donors.
Well,
Could
that's
be.
the thing. Like, yeah, why? Why? Why is he just saying we're going to let you out? There's got to be something else going on.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody, because that's the way these pardons work, right? Is that somebody can make a petition to have a pardon granted by the president. And usually, if it gets in front of the president by that point, it's because somebody high up, somebody with a little bit of power, a little bit of gusto, was able to get it in front of the president and say, hey, you know what, this person, friends of this and friends of that, you may know that family, you may remember those people, they donated to you, they like to see him out. The list includes inmates Biden's release who have been placed under home confinement. We're talking about this one gentleman here who stole nearly $54 million from the town in Illinois, like I mentioned, 15,000 people over the course of 2 decades. His name is Crundwell. That's a good looking name. Admitted to embezzling from the city of Dixon during her time as a comptroller, using the stolen funds to support, you guessed it, a lavish lifestyle, which included bankrolling her horse breeding operation, purchasing real estate, and buying more than 4 dozen vehicles and a luxury motorhome. Her name is Rita Crundwell, the former comptroller of the city of Dixon in Illinois. She was set to serve out 85% of her sentence, which would have kept her in prison till almost 2030, according to CBS News. But, of course, she was released early and is currently in a house arrest where she remains until Biden commuted her sentence just this week.
Let's talk about maybe the best news of the day. Did you see Trump talking about finally, can we please get rid of daylight savings? That should be can that be like a day one thing, like immediately? Mm-hmm. Like how much what does that take?
I don't know.
We need Congress, I guess.
Do we need Congress? I don't know.
Didn't Congress they made daylight savings time permanent, didn't they? Once, I think. And it was so unpopular that they had to undo it. Can we just make standard? Just come on, please. Can't get dark at 3:30. It's like depressing, right?
I know. Believe me, that's why I had that episode the other day.
Well, Trump said it today. The Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight savings time, which has a small but strong constituency, but shouldn't. Daylight savings time is inconvenient and very costly to our nation.
Is there a daylight savings time lobby? I guess so.
I don't know. I mean, that's got to be like Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. I mean, my grandfather, I think, used to go to bed around 3:30, 4 o'clock when it got dark. When you get to be 80 years old, that's probably what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be walking up and down stairs, clearly, or trying to give press conferences, clearly, and doing the things they're doing. Just go to the dog track or go to bed. Go listen to the guitar player in the cafeteria at your home or whatever, and then go to bed. Stop trying to be, God, people just can't let it go.
I'm reading this.
Embarrassing.
I'm reading this goes back to World War I. Germany did it in an effort to conserve fuel. The war was on. We didn't pick it up until March 19th of 1918. I think most of the world was doing it, and we just sort of jumped on for some reason. I had always been told it was something about farmers needing to milk the cows, not in the dark or something, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Arizona doesn't even play that game.
Well, I don't know. Trump said it is. Trump said it's costly to our nation. I haven't really thought about it in those terms. What that would mean, but maybe that's what he means.
Could be.
How much less you can get done, like that, like farmers and during the day. I have no idea, honestly. But I mean, let's hope that. That's one of the things early on. Pardon the J6ers. He's made no bones about that.
Yep.
We had this conversation last night, Kevin. You weren't here. And my question was on things like the Epstein files and the pardon of the J6ers, which sounds like it's going to be early on, and maybe the Diddy files and the JFK files. What's the window that the new administration is going to have to get some stuff done, get some stuff out there for people to have okay, yeah, they're doing what they said. Is it 6 months and nothing happens? People start to go, hey, what happened to that list? Or 8 months, a year? What do you have what's the window?
You know what? Trump is really good at following up on what he says he's going to do. I think the J6ers, they'll be, most of them will be free within 24 hours. I think the grannies, the meemaws who went in, But I think those people are going to get out really early. I think the first 6 months, he's just going to take a blowtorch to these knuckleheads who've stood in his way. Now, another thing about these drones I want to throw in.
We'll save it because let's take the break. Let's take the break.
We'll take a break,
and then we'll come back and we'll do news with you, and you can do drone stuff too.
All right.
We got video from Donna.
And we got
try to get that loaded up.
And we got video of Nancy Pelosi falling. If you want to see that. Yeah.
All right, we're back right after this. What do you have them? Where are they right now?
They're on a text message. I just sent them to Aaron's phone, but I'll send them to. I sent one. You want it to? I'm sorry. What was it, Aaron? David at Bonko. Damon at. I don't know.
Kev, what? Fran, can you just mute the mics for a sec? Test. Chat. What's going on? I vote for no more daylight savings time. I agree. Thanks. All right, now let me see if I got the. Would I get those over here? Okay. Let me do this. These are like.
No.
This one, I haven't seen it.
Did you do the wanted posters in New York City?
No, these are not playable.
Not going to work.
No.
Yeah, they're putting wanted posters of CEOs up around Manhattan.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my.
I'll go to that first.
Some people, they don't.
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Friday, Pizza Friday night. Glad you're in. You did pizza tonight. I hope it was as good as ours was. Ours is always good.
I'm still enjoying it.
Yes. Rick Delgado's going to do some more news. I was thinking about whether we should replay your What Even Is That? Because a lot of people commented on it, and some people said they didn't see it, and they were looking for the replay. We could replay it at 9:30. Should I leave it up to the chat?
You can leave it up to the chat. Are we not doing an odds makers, I take it? Putting it
well, on? we debated the odds makers, me and Aaron, but we felt like we want to wait for our brother in arms to return to do an odds maker. So I think we're going to skip the odds makers tonight.
How'd I do?
So.
Oh, you did.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time back, Kev. How do you? Would you like to take a couple minutes before you do news to explain yourself?
All I'm going to say is I got a message saying, "Are you watching Studio 6B? Delgado's ripping you apart."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you love those texts? Hey, you might want to turn the guys on, man. Harry gets those about every night.
All I was doing was updating everyone on the picks and how they went.
I mean, we could pull the tape probably and play it for Kevin.
Sure.
And I think the audience would agree that that is not at all what you were doing.
Exactly
you were doing what qualifies as shoving under the bus, rolling over him, backing back over him, and then rolling back in front of him just to make sure he was flattened like a pancake.
Right, but that's another way of saying I was just telling you what happened. Mm-hmm. You got to parse the words, remember?
That's right. That's right. There were no undercover agents. Yeah,
right,
exactly.
No
You gotta parse the words. Exactly. So, well, there's a lot of yes replays. So let's go. We'll go one yes replay. What even is that from last night? If you didn't see it. 2, hell no. I don't need to see any more Delgado. 1, yes, replay it. It was worth it. 2, hell no. Let's talk some more about drones.
Damon, stop hitting 2. I know you're hitting 2. Stop.
Okay, I'll keep track here as we go. In the meantime, let's do some news with Kevin Downey Jr. Big show tomorrow night. Scotts Point, Calverton, New York. Wow, there's a lot of ones. That's too bad. Calverton, New York. $100 at the door, or you can buy tickets in advance, but that gets you a nice dinner, gets you the show, gets you the band, gets you the entertainment, and gets you to see Kevin Downey Jr. do his thing.
Thank you, Big D.
So you can check that out if you're on Long Island. That's almost like a must. Wonder if I could make it out there tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe.
Could be.
I'd love to see her act.
Hey, I just want to acknowledge the people in Rumble. I think this is our highest number I've ever seen there. Maybe I'm wrong. Rumble's doing great. We're closing in on 1,500.
Okay, very good. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe on Rumble. Kevin Downey Jr.'s got some thoughts and some news. Kevin, what's going on?
Well, this is sick. The animals on the left are they love that the CEO got shot. This comes from the New York Post. Wanted posters, headline, wanted posters targeting healthcare executives mysteriously pop up in New York City.
Oh my
Wall
God.
Street CEO should not feel safe. I shall read in my broadcaster's voice. Wanted posters have started mysteriously popping up. They're not mysterious. We know who did it. Throughout New York City, prompted by the assassination of United Healthcare's CEO, Brian Thompson. And blah, blah, blah. Here's what's going on. I promise you, these are the same animals that were ripping down posters of missing Jewish people from October 7th.
That's a great point.
1,000%. These are going up all over. Then they've got headshots of people. So if you just happen to be a CEO at a healthcare company, your picture and how much you make and where you work, they're popping up, mysteriously popping up all over Manhattan. Now, I believe some people are posting addresses. I've seen online people, it's called doxing, you know what that is. They're posting addresses of these people. And they're making this guy a hero, which is not, you don't want to do this because this is one step away from some other idiot going, and you know who else I really hate? Those people who don't believe in climate change. And then they start stabbing someone. This is how societies fall apart.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. I continue to hear people talk about this guy's back. His back hurt. So I mean, what? What are we doing?
And you know what? That guy's picture was all over. That wasn't just an East Coast story. That was everywhere. Someone he knows had to have seen that. Family, friends. He'd been missing. His mom called the cops. We can't find our crazy son. He has back operated on, and now he's traveling the world because we're rich and he can do that. But somehow they didn't see him when he was plastered all over television. I don't buy that at all. But yeah, now if you're in New York, you can see who owns your least favorite healthcare company. You might even figure out where they live. That might be on the posters mysteriously popping up around the Big Apple.
Jeez. Hey, did you weren't on this week as we debated this? You think this is the guy who did it? They got their guy?
I think they got him.
Okay.
I think they got him. I'm not saying he didn't have help. He did. I think he did. Who was he talking to? Who at 6:47 in the morning before he shot the guy? How do you know to be there The speech was at 9, and he knew he was there for 5 minutes. Oh, there he is. There's my target.
Do you find it interesting that he seemingly took meticulous planning here to do this? Witnesses right in front of him had no interest in killing anybody else. Took him out, got on an e-bike, ran through Central Park, dropped a backpack full of Monopoly money, and then goes to Pennsylvania and keeps what we think is a 3D printed gun, which if he had dropped it in the water somewhere, never could have gotten traced back to him because obviously it was printed. He would have kept all that in a backpack, went to McDonald's with his face plastered everywhere to have all of this on him when the police show up?
You know, I've been wondering that too. It doesn't make sense because half his plan is great. And so a lot of people don't know this.
Or is he really playing Monopoly and he wanted to go straight to jail?
I think he's thought, well, I'm going to get caught and I'm fine with that. And then after a while, he's like, well, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't get caught. Maybe, here's my little plan, see what happens. If he really didn't want to get caught, he wouldn't have had the money, he wouldn't have had all the IDs. I think this guy wants to be a hero. I think he wants to be, I'm going to be the spark of the keg. So I think he wasn't going to make it easy, but he wasn't going to make it too hard. And if I were going to hide, Altoona, Pennsylvania is not the place I would go.
Why not? Most people can't find it on a map.
But here's the thing. Everyone in Altoona knows everyone in Altoona. When you see one guy at a McDonald's you don't recognize, and it kind of looks like that dude on TV. What are the odds? It could happen.
And from what I understand, with the McDonald's being recognized there, from what I understand, he was the only one wearing a mask, which drew everybody's attention.
Yep.
So it's like if he would have just, hoodie down, face fully open, I'm sure nobody would have thought twice. Oh, just some guy passing through, looking to pick up some McDonald's and keep moving. But with the mask, now you're like, where have I seen a mask like? Oh, you know what I mean?
Because no one's wearing them.
Right. You're hypersensitive to a guy in a mask with a hoodie on. Now, this guy walks in with a mask and a hoodie on. I'm sure a lot of people, were probably looking at him like, doesn't that guy look like the guy on TV?
Yep.
So, I don't know.
All right, Kev, what else is going on?
Oh, all sorts of fun stuff. Check this out. So, I've been watching a lot of people sabotaging Trump before he gets into office. Like Christopher Wray, he sabotaged the FBI. He's promoting all of his myrmidons, call them what you will. He's putting them in the proper spots because he knows now that Kash Patel's coming. So he's putting his people where he wants them to protect him and protect the FBI. Now we also see that Biden is now selling off what's left of the wall. He's selling it for pennies on the dollar just to make Trump's life harder. Trump can get that back. He said stupid little things like this. He's sabotaging us, which brings us to the drones. Is this another part of trying to sabotage Trump before he gets into office? Because I think they sabotaged COVID.
All right, quick hour one, hour two coming up right after this.
Good for now, maybe a little bit. No, I'm good, thanks. Nah, thank you.
Did you go to Zier's?
Yeah, I ate a bunch of clams and whatnot. I ate some clams, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was pulling in as I was pulling out.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to the chat. I think I've signed on to the YouTube chat.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. The ones won, Damon. Someone said, okay, I think that was pretty clear that they won. So we'll cue it up for 9:30. KDJ got his clam steamed.
When doesn't he have his clam steamed? That's the question. And they were steamed thanks to David Zier.
Who's this?
Child of the King is there another super chat there?
Do you recognize who this is? It'd be funny if we knew who. Yeah, let's see.
Hour 2 live from Studio 6B on a Friday, Pizza Friday night. Glad you're in. Rick Delgado's doing the news. Kevin Downey Jr. is doing some news as well. Sitting in tonight, Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Glad you're a part of the show. If you're watching on social media, whatever platform you're on, we appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe or follow, whatever the platform calls for, at LFS6B pretty much everywhere, other than Instagram, at LFS6B Show there on Instagram. At LFS6B pretty much everywhere else. On YouTube, you can search live from Studio 6B in the search bar. Glad you're in on a Friday night. We'll do some more news, talking about drones, talking about inauguration coming up January 20th. This drone thing is just, it's strange that Trump's tweet today, I think, is, when you think about it, he's like, what could all this activity be supposedly without the knowledge of our own government? Is that do we think that that's possible?
No.
Of course not. And if it is them, they should be honest with the public and tell them what's going on. And if it's not them and they're not, and they really truly have no idea what's going on, and shoot them the hell down, is essentially what he said.
Yeah.
And from some of the reporting tonight, and every time I look, there's something new. Ocean County, New Jersey Sheriff confirms observation of 50 drones coming ashore tonight. Shortly thereafter, a U.S. Coast Guard vessel observes over a dozen objects at close range. Ocean County Sheriff drone unit watched as one object disappeared out of thin air. So there continues to just be more and more reporting, and the reporting seems to get more sensationalized about what people are seeing. And now people in Staten Island, New York, there are dozens of unidentified drones flying overhead in residential areas. Someone needs to give answers now. Neighbors are in the streets panicking. So it just continues to come in.
Yeah, when you consider, and I'll just read a few of the places that are in the area there. Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst is over there. Naval Weapons Station Earl is over there. You've got Picatinny Arsenal military base that's been mentioned over there. You've got Trump's National Golf Course at Bedminster is over there. All these places are kind of in that area. So it does kind of get your attention. And for the Pentagon and Kirby, if you saw Kirby today, he was on another network.
I heard he got smoked on that network, by the way.
He got completely smoked. I mean, he just sounded like a befuddled idiot, trying to explain away, well, it's not us, and it's not these people. It's not, if this guy can say it's not us and it's not all these people, then you must know who it is. You must have, because it whittles it down to who it could possibly be.
Yeah.
That's come up with more than one drone. These are fleets of drones. Who has the capacity to do fleets of drones, fly them in off the ocean, as we're hearing? At one point, I think the other day, the Coast Guard said about 10 or 20 of them were following one of their boats, a 47-foot motorboat.
Let's just hear a little bit. You can just leave the audio up here.
You're a former military person yourself. You're an admiral. You're the White House National Security Communications advisor. I'm sure you have seen some of these images. So what is that we're looking at?
It's difficult for me to tell you, Martha. We don't really know. It is possible that some of these things could be commercial drones, developed for commercial purposes. It's possible that they could be.
And they just all of a sudden all decided at one time to go
right.
Hover over New Jersey, just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Owned by private citizens.
But why don't we know, John? That's the point. Why doesn't the United States government know? It seems silly. I mean, it feels a lot like the Chinese spy balloon. It was like, oh, we don't know. It's not a problem. Then we watched it go all the way across the country, and we kept hearing, we're not really sure where it came from until we saw it popped and, floated down over the ocean.
That's not quite how it went. We were pretty honest with the American people that we knew it was Chinese and we knew that where it was going to go, and we were pretty comfortable given the analysis.
What Martha said is exactly right.
True. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. We couldn't take it down over Alaska. We didn't want to take it down here. It's not doing anything. It's a weather balloon. We heard. We were pretty honest with the American people. That statement alone, coming from John Kirby, is laughable.
That there wasn't going to be an intelligence threat by it, and we shot it down once it was over safe waters and wasn't going to hurt anybody. But back to this, why don't we know? I wish I could tell you exactly why we don't have an answer for you here in the afternoon on the 13th of December, but I can tell you that we are working on it very, very hard to know, because we want to answer those questions the same as those folks in New Jersey want answers to them, and we are working on this very.
This is the U.S. government.
Yes.
Talking, and they make it sound like they got to go hire a guy who's going to have to see if he's experienced enough to try to figure this out. No. What? We're working really diligently to figure this out? Yeah. You're the U.S. government. Who do you think is buying that?
Yeah. Anytime you hear a spokesperson for the government say they're working hard to get you the truth, they're lying to you, because the truth shouldn't be hard. It should be very easy. Well, we picked these up last week. We actually had a helicopter pilot follow them, and we tracked them over here. We know exactly who it is. We just can't tell you.
No. But really think about what he's just saying. Think about if that was true.
What part? That they can't figure it out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What? Does he think anybody buys that? That the U.S. government, all of our intelligence agencies, all of our everything that goes on behind the scenes don't know what these flying objects are over New Jersey and other places. Yeah. And they're working really hard to figure it out. If we can't do that, we've got way bigger problems. If he thinks anybody is buying that the government can't figure out or doesn't know that this is whatever they're doing here.
very, very hard. We are now applying. There was an interagency conversation this morning about this topic, where we have now decided to employ some additional technology.
Hey, guys down there at the CIA,
You guys got anything?
what do you guys got on this thing? Do we think this is Amazon delivering like Black Friday sales still, or what do we think? Like, is that what we're supposed to believe is going on in these calls?
To New Jersey and some additional personnel to try to get a better sense of what these things are. And as I said yesterday, Martha, as soon as we know, we're going to...
No, I hear you. This is shocking. I got to tell you, this is shocking. Okay? And I'm not the only person who feels this way. This was happening at Langley a month ago. Okay? These people are not crazy. They're seeing these things with their own eyes. This is not normal behavior. They are not planes that are coming in one direction and they're heading into Newark Airport and then they're landing. Okay? We spend $824 billion on defense. We have the greatest intelligent capability in the world. So how can you stand there and say to the country right now, gosh darn, we just don't know what these are?
Because I'm not going to lie to you or to the American people.
That itself is a lie. That's the lie.
I'm not going to lie. Are you out of your mind, Kirby?
Holy
And I'm not going to say we know something when we don't. And we would never, ever stoop to think that an American citizen was crazy or nuts because of what they're seeing and what they're documenting. We're taking that imagery seriously, and we're doing the best we can to analyze it, and we encourage people to come forward if they have additional sightings and imagery. We want to do the best we can to triangulate.
If what he was saying had even the slightest kernel of truth to it, we would all be... I mean, it'd be like, let's go out and like just blow all our money in Vegas and like because it's over. It's over.
Start.
What are we projecting to the world in this conversation right now, John Kirby?
Start digging your what do you call it? Your bunker and get ready because they can't help us.
I mean, what?
I like what he says. We would never say people are stupid, except for the ones who said COVID didn't come from a bat sandwich. Those knuckleheads.
I'll be gosh darn if I'm going to stand up here and make up stuff that I don't know to be true.
We don't want you to make up anything. Do you know and you can't say? Can you tell me that?
No. I'm telling you, Martha. I'm telling you, we don't.
You don't
double it down.
Let me ask you this.
Corroborate every single sighting. Some of them we have, not all of them, and we're working hard to do that. We know people are afraid of it. We know people have concerns. We have those same concerns.
Yeah, because they're flying over your house, and it sounds like there are motorcycles landing on your roof. So let me ask you this: one, person who watched this online said they think it's a Pterodynamics Transwing Drone XP4, which is being developed by the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and moving ships in high seas and winds. They're suggesting it's an American company. We asked the company. They said we can't speculate on the origin of the drones that are flying over New Jersey. So is that an avenue that has been inspected? Is this a private company that is practicing something? And wouldn't they have to clear something with somebody to have this kind of activity?
It could very well be, as I said, these could be commercially developed drones of some kind.
Why not just take one down and figure out what's going on?
Well, because he already knows what's going on. He already knows what's going on. But like everything else, he lies about everything. What other answer could there be? It's like when there's nothing left that makes any sense, what is left? Like the fact that this is happening night after night after night. To think that we would allow this to happen, that we couldn't figure out what this was. We couldn't figure out where these are coming from. After all these weeks, November 18th, I think we said started, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people, come on.
Join us.
I mean, what are we listening to here? Is this guy serious?
It's like, you remember like 20 years ago, supposedly 20 years ago, we could read license plates off of cars from space, right? But they can't seem to use that same technology, that 20-year-old technology to focus in on northern New Jersey and look at the things that are flying around. Stop.
One more minute here.
Holy moly.
Okay, the idea of taking something down, again, you want to worry about public safety. First of all, we don't have enough conclusions to take that kind of a policy action. But let's just assume for a minute, Martha, that we did. I mean, you're not going to want to shoot something down where it could hit somebody's house or hurt somebody.
Well, the Coast Guard says that there are 30 of them following one of their ships in the ocean. So would that work?
I mean, again, we have to develop the policy options based on what we know we're dealing with here, and we just don't know enough to make those to take those kinds of actions. But my goodness, we're going to do everything we can to find out, and we're going to share as much as we can. I understand it's frustrating for folks.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for us. We want to know as well.
What does President Biden say about it?
He also has tasked the team to look into this and to be energetic in doing it to try to get answers. He saw some of these images yesterday. He has talked to his team, including his top leaders, including at the Defense Department.
And Have you called in like AI experts or said like, why don't we ask Elon Musk what he thinks?
I mean, come on, stop. Oh my God.
Crazy, right?
To try to get away with that, to think that you could go on, to think you could go on and do that and get by with it. Oh my God. They really think we're stupid. They really do think we're stupid. That is next level crazy. To think that he is going to convince us that after 4 weeks, the U.S. government does not know what these...
Yeah.
They've got to be either from China or they're ours, and they're using them to scare us. Because actually, what do you think about it? The worst answer, the most terrifying answer is, we have no idea.
Right.
That's the one that's going to send people into a fit.
What do they say? The simplest answer is usually the most correct.
Yep.
They're probably ours. And he knows exactly what they're there. He's just not allowed to talk about it. Because then people start poking around. They'll be like, what do you mean you can't talk about it? So what is it? Okay. And what about that person who kind of gave a description? It looks like this type of drone.
Totally bonkers.
Crazy.
Now I'm starting to think COVID was a dress rehearsal for this, whatever this is going to be.
Hey.
Man.
Project Bluebeam. Look it up.
Project Bluebeam. Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah. Origin of New Jersey drones revealed by UFO expert. You want that one?
Okay.
We know we build these.
You got two reads here, Damon.
Iran built. So it's not like it's crazy technology.
Which one? Okay. Oh, really?
Oh, man. Good stuff. Curb.
Oh, what do I have here? Reads?
Yep.
Why would my SIM card not be showing cellular all of a sudden? SOS. For any ideas?
No idea. Maybe you're talking about drones.
Well, sound like the blues. 17 past the hour. Open a gold IRA with Birch Gold Group and get free silver coins shipped directly to your house. That's right. It's the most wonderful time of the year. The time of the year when Birch Gold gives away a free silver American Eagle coin for every $5,000 purchase. And here's the best part. You don't have to pay a penny out of pocket to do it. By December 20th, simply convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals, and Birch Gold will send you free silver coins directly to your home. Now, you might be thinking, why do I need to diversify my savings into gold? Our guy won. He's heading to D.C. Things are good. Well, here are the facts. An administration trying to put a dent into $36 trillion of national debt in just 4 years, that's a tough job for any administration to do. Almost impossible. We can't even afford to pay the interest on the debt, let alone the principal. So you better be safe than sorry. Take action now to protect your savings. Text the word America to 989898 for a free information kit on gold and to claim your eligibility for free silver on your purchase from Birch Gold Group. But you must act before December 20th. Again, text America, the word America, send it to 989898 for peace of mind that lasts longer than 4 years. Well, we're all feeling pretty good about where the country's headed right now, but if you're concerned, it may not be a bad idea to still be on edge, be a little concerned, because it's when you let your guard down that bad things can happen. That's why you should always be prepared for emergencies, no matter how good and comfortable life gets. And the only way to do that is with the only brand that you can rely on for security and safety in an emergency, and that, of course, is My Patriot Supply. Whether that be their emergency food kits, solar-powered generators, water treatment systems, they're the best in the business. And right now, you can get their 4-week emergency food kit for $50 off. Their 4-week emergency food kit includes some of your favorite meals like creamy Alfredo pasta and addicting snacks like sweet banana chips. With warehouses all across America, My Patriot Supply can send your 4-week emergency food kit in as little as 1 day. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com to get your 4-week emergency food kit now, but don't wait. Emergencies can happen anytime. That's MyPatriotSupply.com, MyPatriotSupply.com to get your 4-week emergency food kit. Get it right now. MyPatriotSupply.com. All right, let's do some news. News is brought to you by Freedom Force Nutrition, and here with that is Rick Delgado. What's going on?
Well, I'm just seeing some notifications coming up. Seems like this drone story is now invading Long Island.
Okay, well, Donna, our friend Donna had sent some videos. They weren't good enough to play. They were a little far away, a little sketchy looking, but yeah, what do you got?
Where is she out of?
Where is she?
Can you say what
on
town?
The South Shore somewhere,
South
right?
Shore? Yeah. Because I'm seeing Rocky Point, Long Island, which is on the North Shore. Where else? Port Jefferson, Sound Beach, all along the North Shore there. On the eastern part of Long Island on the North Shore, and like you said, on the South Shore from Donna. So I guess sightings are being reported all over Facebook, which is interesting. And again, this drone thing, are they getting us ready for something? We just listened to John Kirby for about 5 minutes too long of him, basically sounding like a babbling idiot, refusing to answer any kind of stories or answer any questions regarding what this could possibly be. There was a drone crash yesterday into a New Jersey homeowner's backyard as panic over the mystery sightings grips the state. A drone fell out of the sky, Damon, yesterday into a New Jersey homeowner's backyard Thursday night, prompting the town's mayor to even drive to the scene to survey the site himself. The aircraft smashed down in a residential area of Pennaquot, whatever. It's probably some Indian name I can't pronounce. Township in Morris County at about 8:45 p.m. Officials determined the craft was a hobby or toy type of drone, so not one of these large commercial or military-grade drones, according to the police department in New Jersey. What we think is started out as some sort of Picatinny arsenal-based surveillance drill or operation, but once it exploded online, it became a copycat situation, according to the Garden State Police chief, who theorized on what was going on. So there you have that. And again, we did hear about a crash from talk show host Andrew Wilkow, who was talking about a drone crashing near his home. And that possibly could have been it, but as the police reported, they're saying it was basically, it's kind of a kid's toy. It's one of these drones that anybody can buy. So there you have that.
More and more people online are just calling, going, maybe they saw Kirby today like we just listened to him. They're thinking, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
We need Emily Austin, a friend of the network and of the show. We need answers immediately as to where these drones are coming from. This uncertainty and potential security breach is just unacceptable. Shoot them down or give us answers. I mean, it gets to the point where it's like, I mean, come on, guys. What do we do? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to open fire on one of these things.
I'm surprised they haven't
Reports tonight
already.
say they've already tried in New Jersey. People are literally trying to shoot them out of the sky, but can't get to them.
Right.
Yep, I saw someone. It was a little weird though. Not a lot of people have tracer ammo, but apparently this guy did. He's in Jersey. If you've got tracer ammo, you're my hero. I know it comes in 22, but I've never seen it in anything else. Yeah, this would never happen in, let's say, Michigan.
And the problem is you're getting more and more now of things that are coming across your timeline, especially on X. I'm getting things from guys I've never heard of before, never seen before, and it's like it's all of this. Here's the one that just popped in front of me now. I will affirm that there are incursions over the Salem nuclear power plant. The airspace is being violated by unknown units. I will affirm that anti-drone tech has been ineffective to date. I will affirm that there is FLIR footage of these units displaying transmedium capability.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea, and I have no idea who this person is, but if I'm seeing it, then a lot of other people are seeing this, and this is what starts to build up people going, what in the hell's going on here?
Fran knows. Fran, what is transmedium what? Capability? Is that what you said?
Now, here's a video. Yeah. Here's a video someone sent in from New Jersey and said that they were on the beach with the police as this thing was flying over.
Transmedia means it could go from air to water or from water to air or air to space, basically.
Wow. Okay. See, I knew you would know. That's why I asked. Here's another story in that realm there, Damon, as you peruse. Let's see. The Federal Aviation Authority, also known as the FAA, has confirmed to Newsweek that a pilot reported unidentified lights while flying over Eugene, Oregon last Saturday. It came after an audio recording surfaced of communication between two pilots and air traffic control, with the controller telling one of the pilots, maneuver as necessary left and right to avoid the UFO out there. This is from air traffic control. The pilots reportedly seeing unidentified red circular lights and objects moving erratically towards the ocean and returning at various altitudes, with one saying objects moved in corkscrew patterns and at extreme speeds. When asked to verify the recordings by Newsweek, a spokesperson for the FAA said a pilot reported seeing unidentified lights while flying in Seattle Air Route Traffic Control Center airspace on Saturday, December the 7th. It also says here, in the 44-minute recording that was posted on social media on Sunday, a United Airlines pilot flying over Willamette National Forest told air traffic control, looking straight west to Eugene, we're seeing 3 or 4 targets. They're at all altitudes, up and down. It's pretty crazy. And again, these are pilots. These are not people who are going to report these things, because as we've heard, pilots are very, very hesitant to report anything like this, because they know they'll be immediately grounded.
These things are over Delaware now, too.
Yeah.
We're reporting. I'm going to show you what's going on in Delaware. They're over Delaware as well. Look at this one.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Pick them up. Pick them up. There you go. Thank you. Wow. That's like the Pelosi. I don't know if that's authentic, Damon. That could be faked.
All right, live from Studio 6B, we're back.
That could be AI.
You missed What Even Is That last night. It's coming up.
Now, is there any of this over a state that doesn't touch the ocean somewhere? I know. Okay. There's something wrong with phone. Patriot Steve, one of the twins, says all the drones are a distraction from all the pardons and whatever stuff behind the scenes they're doing. Look over there, not over here. I wondered that too. I think he's onto something.
I was thinking that too the other day. Like, here's the shiny red thing. Look over here.
Yep.
But I don't think it's about the pardons. I think it's about something else.
Something big that's coming?
Something bigger.
Something they're doing?
Yeah. Definitely. You're popping out yourself. All right. Did you try to reboot it?
All right, 30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Friday night, a Pizza Friday night. I hope you're enjoying yours as well, whatever you did tonight. Rick Delgado's here with the news. Kevin Downey Jr. is here as well. So if you missed the show last night, Rick Delgado did his first What Even Is That in, quite a long time.
About 4 or 5 weeks.
Because of course, we had to cover a lot of stuff leading up to the election. We hadn't have a chance to do a What Even Is That. And it was a rousing hit. Got a lot of emails about it. Got a lot of Twitter messages about it. And a lot of the people said, I missed the show. I went to look for a replay. Don't know where to find your replays. So we put it out to the audience earlier tonight. Would you like to see What Even Is That again? Overwhelming response was yes.
A lot of ones.
A lot of ones. So let's do that. If in case you missed last night, here is one of my new favorite segments on the show from last night. That was Rick Delgado's first back. What even is that?
All right, Damon. Well, thank you, and I feel like we're going to do it all over again. So why not? Let's remind everybody. So now that the election is over and that Daddy is back.
Ooh, Daddy Trump, he ain't playing.
No, he's not. No. And things are finally starting to return to normal. Yeah. From President-elect Trump being, well, President-elect Trump, to liberal commie Democrats freaking out about, well, you name it, just about everything. We definitely, for the most part, are back on track to where everyone seems to be, as we were just talking about, excited about the next 4 years and what the country might look like after Sleepy McSleepy Pants and his wife over here finally get dropped off at the beach, and with any luck, they get washed out to sea. What?
That might be a little strong.
I don't know. What?
Might be a little strong.
That's not a reenactment, is it? There?
Yeah, there you go.
Hold on.
See you later, Joe.
No.
Anyhow, yes, we can all dream, can't we?
Yeah.
Plus, the added bonus we got last Monday night, and tonight as well, as Paul Nolan has escaped Damon's trunk, and now he is back on the show. Hey, Paulie.
Without the bruises.
Yeah, things are going pretty good, I'd say. So good that even Hunter Biden is excited. Yeah. Excited for what, you ask? Well, how about being excited that he won't be moving into this brand new 80-square-foot cinder block accommodations?
Yeah.
Complete with a new onesie wardrobe, his new tatted-up random roommate who hates pedos and has a spork fetish.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, thanks to you-know-who, dear old, really old, and really dementia-ridden dad, who looks like he's auditioning for either a role in The Christmas Carol or to be Big Earn's grandfather in the long-awaited Kingpin 2, Time to Pay the Big Guy.
Yeah. Cracking. Yeah.
But the biggest news of the last, 8, 10, 12, 14 days at this point, I don't know how much longer this is going to go on, has to be, of course, the 11-year preemptive Hunter Biden pardon, complete with very specific and sweeping timeline of 11 years covering everything he may or may not have done in places like Ukraine, China, Russia, Kazakhstan, and right here in the United States.
Yeah.
You name it.
Sure.
Drugs and guns? Sure, maybe. Sex with minors? Maybe.
Sure.
And selling American classified secrets to the highest bidder, all while pocketing?
More money, more money, more money.
Yeah, that's right. Millions upon millions in cash? Quite possibly, maybe. How about diamonds?
Could be.
Could be. Much more. And how much more could they possibly scamper away with, you say? How about $31 million?
Oops.
Who knows? But I do know what you're all thinking about all of this that you've seen.
What the hell is even that?
Exactly. I mean, especially after all the times we had Jen P. Psaki.
The president does not discuss business dealings with family members.
No. Yes, and of course, Karine Jean-Pierre.
The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son.
Right. How many times they have told us that Joe never, ever had anything to do with Hunter and his business dealings, and Joe himself denied time after time and again that he never, ever talked to his son Hunter or anyone in his family about business.
Nope.
I've never discussed my business or their business, my sons or daughters, and I've never discussed them because they know where I have to do my job and that's it, and they have to make their own judgment.
Right.
Unbelievable.
But hey, here we are, right? And as 2024 draws to a close and the curtain comes down on Biden Inc., also known as the Biden crime family, they are staring at this stark reality. Old Joe is getting put out to pasture, and Biden Inc. is closing its doors forever. And you know what that means? No more money.
Come on, man.
Yeah, no more grifting, Joe. Sorry. No more lobbyists lining your pockets and no more millions moved through, say 20-plus shell companies. So what's a Biden to do, you say? The only thing he knows how to do, sell and sell it all. Yeah, just like Nancy Pelosi with insider information and her stockbroker on speed dial, it's time to sell, sell, sell.
Yeah.
That's right. The end of the worst administration in United States history is about, 39 days away, and Crazy Joe's is killing it, and he's closing his doors forever. And since the only thing the Biden crime family has left to sell is pardons, your loss, our loss, is your gain of function. Whether it be, straight up cash, wink, wink, donations to that future Biden library, where the entire thing will be a wing of fiction. And speaking of fiction, maybe it's a book deal with a book no one wants to read, and that will read more like a Stephen King novel, since Joe plagiarizes just about everything. He might just copy and paste the whole damn thing word for word. Or maybe it's in the form of those high-paying, no-show jobs for family members who will then need to split their salary with, you guessed it, the big guy. Just don't end up like Mayor Eric Adams, where he may have gotten a little drunk on too much fizzy lifting drink, causing him to feel all high and mighty. But at the end of the day, he ends up on the wrong side of the Biden regime, and guess what?
Not good.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, nothing except for every member of his City Hall administration being raided by the feds and pushed out of office while he himself faces indictment. So, while President-elect Trump keeps infuriating libs with his cabinet picks, I'm sure after getting out of his My Little Gay two-man pony costume with his mushy homeless boy toy, who is now in jail for life, you can bet that Paul Pelosi
here we go.
will be rushing over to Crazy Joe's in his mantees, his dress shirt with a glass of scotch, and the fight will be on. That's right. The fight for his all-important Thursday night, 2 a.m., Naked Hammer Fight Club pardon. There you go.
Come on.
Holy
The Naked Hammer Fight Club.
Oh, my God.
Pardon. It's a pardon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damon Nome, back to you.
Well, no, what do you mean that? No, wow. No.
That was amazing.
Why do I have to find myself into the end of this?
I thought Biden thought gain of function was an erectile medication. That's what I had heard.
There you go. What even is that from last night? It's funnier the second time.
Yeah, not bad.
Why only say not bad?
Well, because it's me. I mean, I'm very harsh. I'm a harsh critic.
Oh, really?
Yes, of myself.
Okay. What would you improve that on? Nothing. It was perfect. What are you talking about? It was great.
Well, thank you.
All right, let's do some more news with you want to do news, Delgado?
Yeah, I got a couple quick things we can get to real quick. Speaking of the what even is that the segment focused on pardons. Guess who was out talking about pardons? Could be some of those members of that J6 committee panel that they put together to investigate January 6th. We're talking about people like Benny Thompson and Adam Kinzinger who are out talking about pardons. Here's Benny Thompson himself, who was asked just yesterday if he would be happy if he was offered a pardon, even though Benny Thompson, I don't know if you've heard, is he under indictment for anything? Did he get charged with a crime? Is he guilty of anything? I don't know. But here's cut number 8. Here's Benny Thompson talking about how he would respond to a Biden pardon.
Do you want the president to offer some kind of pardon to you? As strange as it is to ask that question, I'm just wondering what you think.
Well, you know, the president, is his prerogative. If he offers it to me or other members of the committee, I think I would accept it, but it's his choice.
Yeah. So there you go. He's more than willing to accept a pardon. Even he, like I said, he's not under indictment. He hasn't been found guilty of anything. He's not going to be spending any time in jail that he thinks in the near future, or maybe he thinks he may have done something. I don't know. But according to Adam Kinzinger, there's only one reason you get a pardon. And here's cut number 9. Take a listen.
The only reason I know to ask for a pardon is because you think you've committed a crime. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Yeah. And that's from Adam Kinzinger. Again, one of the members of the January 6th committee. I believe he made that statement before he was on the January 6th committee.
I believe he did.
I wonder how he feels today.
Benny Thompson, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, all the Salem witch trials people. If we ever found out what they did, I'm sure there's more than just Cassidy Hutchinson witness tampering going on than what we know about.
Yeah, definitely.
They're all crooked. Every one of them. That whole thing was crooked from the jump.
Especially when you hear that they didn't include Kash Patel's testimony, which debunked their entire narrative. So, anyhow, people seem to be nervous. We're talking about the drones. You got the people nervous on Capitol Hill. They need pardons for things that they haven't been charged with. Here's a voter who's nervous herself, and she can't wait for January 20th, Damon. She's very nervous about everything that she's seeing. Check this out. This is cut number 3. This is a voter, like I said, who's very nervous and can't wait to get to January 20th.
Is anybody nervous about January 20th? I know I am. January 20th can't come fast enough. Can't come fast. I'm nervous. Nervous. Kamala Harris still coming out talking. I don't know what for. You lost. Obama coming out talking. I don't know why. You haven't been the president in 8 years. Biden falling asleep over there in Africa. The Democrats is not accepting Donald Trump's cabinet picks. Big ass drones flying over New Jersey. All types of stuff is going on overseas. Zelensky is asking for more money. I'm just nervous. Nervous. We don't know what President Putin gonna do. I'm over the holidays. I just want this to pass, okay? My holiday is January 20th, when Trump get into the office, okay? I know when I see his hand go up and I see the first lady standing right behind him and they putting him in the office, that's when I'm gonna relax. Until then, I'm nervous. Nervous. I don't know what it is. It's just weird. Weird. If you feel the same way I am, put your comments in the comment section, okay? And let me know how you feel, okay? But I'm just nervous.
She's
nervous.
She's a little nervous, and I think a lot of people may feel the same way.
Yeah.
You know, when you see some of the stuff that's going on, it's like, why is that happening? Hey, why are those drones showing up and nobody seems to have an answer? So
I was going to say, John Kirby's certainly not going to help her tonight. If she watched that interview, man, she's going to be more nervous.
I think John Kirby's nervous now.
I think John Kirby is about as good a liar as you could possibly put in front of a camera.
Really?
And as an admiral, I hate to say that.
I thought he was a terrible liar.
Well, I mean, I think we're saying the same thing, by the way. All right, we'll be back wrapping it up on a Friday right after this.
We're live in the chat. Yeah. Do. Jumping in the chat. Hold on a sec. Let me take a look at this. Tumbleweed farmer? Is that what it is? We need some Predator drones from Elon. I agree. That'd be nice. And you know what? When you consider all the stuff that, let's face it, we're getting this much closer to Cyberdyne taking over everything and Terminator's taking us out. Yeah. Maybe this is part of that program. They're testing some part of it. You know, before they start dropping all the Terminators into our neighborhoods to take us out. Could be. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there.
They're going to clone us as Terminator, so we don't know who's who.
Right.
You're going to have to see the clone of you and go, oh, that's the bad one.
Wait, is that... I look pretty good there.
Yeah. I can't kill that clone.
Helms M636. Great job. Thank you, Helms636. Appreciate it. T-1000 Terminator drones, Marty Kin in the Rumble chat. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, me neither.
RD Bull says we should have Senator Kennedy question Admiral Kirby. That would be hilarious.
That's entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, Kinzinger's probably looking for a pardon now himself.
Delgado looks good in red. That's Patriot Kelly.
Oh, thank you. No, this is, like I said, this is my. I break this shirt out a couple times a year just before Christmas. It's my Nakatomi Plaza Christmas party T-shirt.
That's great.
From 1988, yes. Come out to the coast, have a good time, have a few laughs. Love that movie. I'll probably watch it. Live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice on a Friday night. Damon is being chased around by a drone, so he ran out of here. like his butt was on fire. So we're holding it down until he gets back. In the meantime, of course, it is a Friday night. We hope you guys are enjoying the evening. Thank you for spending it with us. Let's do some stuff with Kevin Downey Jr. You know him from his many exploits on PJ Media, where you can see some of his verbal stylings put in written form. You can also check out his radio show at Long Island News Radio, right? LINewsradio.com. And, of course, go to his website for all things Kevin Downey Jr., KevinDowneyJrShow.com.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. What do you got, my friend?
Well, this is terrifying. So we all know woke is a means by which to control us and eventually get us to accept our own genocide. Well, it's going pretty well. Check this out. The San Diego County Board of Supervisors approved a resolution to protect the more violent illegal immigrants in their county in order to what they call maintain public safety. They voted 3-1 to become a super sanctuary county, which means under the resolution, illegal immigrants accused of things like rape would be protected by the county from federal immigration authorities. This comes as Big Daddy Trump is about to sweep them out. And these prags, these quislings, they go, no, we don't want that. We want to keep them here. So as it says here, Republican Supervisor Jim Desmond, he's the one who voted against it. He said this policy will shield illegal immigrants who have committed violent and heinous crimes, including rape and stalking, assault and battery, burglary, child abuse, and more. And that is exactly what it will do. Folks, I can't say it enough. Woke is Marxism, and it's here to control you. And in this sense, right here, this is. I want to point out that the Bolsheviks got the poor people to kill off the kulaks, and they said, "Well, they're bad, you're good." That's how you start a genocide. That's how you do it. And that's part of their plan here, because they intend to take over the United States and replace every natural-born American of every color and race. They want us all gone, and they want us to accept it smilingly because we can't criticize anyone that's another color, another culture, another race, blah, 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 blah. And these idiots are buying it. They're actually allowing, or actually they're not even allowing, they're forcing the ICE, immigration customs enforcement. They're saying, no, you can't even come and get the bad ones. I suspect Tom Homan is going to clown slap these idiots. But man, some people you can't save them.
No, definitely not. And it's that whole thing where as soon as you, like you said, as soon as you mention it, how do we combat this? Oh, that's right. We have to call them racists, because that's the word that we use to shield ourselves from actually having to deal with the truth. And it's amazing because it's San Diego County. I don't know if you're familiar with San Diego. San Diego, for the longest time, was a very, very red part of the state of California. It has gone increasingly woke and blue. It's been infected. I think it's all that. Election stealing they do down in California.
I really think it is too. I mean, I get it. A lot of pinkos there, but there are more registered Republicans in California than even in Texas. But the problem is, once your district goes blue, that's it. The red will never ever win another. Look at it; they're still counting votes.
Still counting votes.
Still counting votes.
More than a month after the election, they're still counting votes. Why? Because they keep printing them.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
And they're going to get the answers they want.
Right. And that's the way they win elections.
Yep. And just to make it easier, remember I said earlier that the Biden administration is sabotaging Trump? Well, look at this. Here's Senator Josh Hawley. He goes, I love to watch him go to town on people too. All right, this is during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. He really just clown slaps a Democrat witness. Here's what's going on. Alejandro Mayorkas has decided that instead of these migrants who are here legally, temporarily to work, they have to renew their work papers every 180 days. But Mayorkas on the way out said, no, we're going to make it every year and a half. And that's going to be a good thing. And Josh Hawley says, no, this is actually a bad thing. You want mass amnesty for 13 million people, and you want to dump them into the labor force. Folks, 13 million people dumped in the labor force right now would, I guess that would just bring our economy crashing down. in a very Cloward Piven sort of way, even, because they're not all going to get jobs. And the ones who do get jobs are going to work for less money. This is just another angle, just another way to take down the economy and bring in socialism. And, of course, as Vladimir Lenin said, the next stop from that is communism. That's where we're going there, communism. And Josh Hawley says, no, you can't. But they're looking to bring in 13 million more, give them mass amnesty. All right? I'm not saying it's going to come as a clemency, but a mass amnesty, and all these people will suddenly be working. And we just don't have the jobs for them. Right. And that's where you lose your job because someone else is willing to do it for $4 an hour less. So we got Josh Hawley on it. That's great. I love when he's on it. But we'll see where that goes. And did you hear about the post-election poll, Rick?
Yes, but go ahead.
This is great. So they had a poll, and it turns out 54% of we the people feel hopeful. And I travel around the country. I'm hearing the word calm everywhere I go.
Calm?
Calm. They go, everyone's just so calm now.
Everybody's calm now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, same thing.
54% feel hopeful. And 50% said they feel relieved. But on the flip side, 40% are depressed and angry. That's their green-haired niece view, or whatever he calls himself, the Transima there. He's angry because he's still watching Joy Reid. So you can't change those people again. Those are the ones who are going to vote to leave rapists in your neighborhood. So if anything, get them to commit a felony, and maybe they won't be able to vote anymore. It'd be great for us. But things are looking up.
Yeah,
nationwide. And
definitely.
My little hunch, things are going to go well for Trump because no one believes the Operation Mockingbird media, mud puppies in the press now. No one believes when they say he's a fascist and he said this and he said to take horse goo. No one's buying it. I think we're going to have a great 2 years.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be a nice kickoff, and hopefully it's something that'll be a sustained run that really gets this country back on track. And when you're talking about the blue-hairs and the wackos who are still screaming about everything, I don't know if you saw this. I found this. This is cut number one. This guy, Trump impersonator, went to New York City, or he lived there, and he knew where Robert De Niro lives. And he was standing outside of his building trolling him.
Did you have it?
Yes, we have it. Cut number one. Check this out. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Bobby, it's your favorite president / Time Magazine Person of the Year. I want to talk to you. You haven't made a good movie in over 20 years. I want a small cameo in Meet the Fockers 6. Together, we can make movies great again. Believe me, Bobby, believe me. Okay. I just want to talk to you. Just a nice little conversation, right? That's right. Okay. So I guess Bobby wasn't home, but I'm going to leave him with a little party gift. My new fragrance, Fight, Fight, Fight. It's a great Christmas gift along with a cameo from yours truly. No better gift for Christmas than a Merry Christmas from Donald Trump. Hello, sir. What's that? Film him. Film him. I'm not supposed to what? Okay, that's okay. That's okay. You can call the police if you want. Okay? That's right. We're going to leave a little gift right here.
Gift. There you have it. Very, very funny. That guy trolling Robert De Niro's apartment building, I guess his house in New York City, just outside, just yelling at him.
And he had cops there.
Yeah. And they're kind of keeping people away, too.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. All right. Damon is still running around. I thought he'd be back by now, but he's not. But that's okay. He's still in the building, from what I understand. He's driving around his car looking in the parking lot like that. Looking up in the sky. Thank you, everyone, for watching. As always, we thank our... I don't have my closing here. We thank our military, active and retired, everybody working the front lines, fire department, police, border patrol, you name it. Everybody out there making our lives that much better. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do. As we work into the weekend, let's thank our... Let's thank Fran and Aaron in the booth. I know I'm thrown off. Kevin Downey Jr. for joining us. We had a great week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Everybody in the chats, thank you for chatting with us. And of course, have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Live from Studio 6B. Peace.